Hey, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Orwell, the Let's Explore This Lady's Daddy Issues edition. Apparently, I'm getting the sense here that there's a very real potential fail condition, lose condition in this game, because if you bring the wrong data over and you don't get access to the new documents, the correct new documents to progress the case, you could be left stranded. I don't know if completely, or you have to find somebody else that links to a particular case or situation. Don't know. I'm still trying to figure out this menu over here as well. Like, are there limited number of things? Maybe this one here, a Christmas present for my darling. This will hopefully populate this. Oh, so this one, daughter of entrepreneurs, didn't open a new document for me. Christmas present for my darling. So let's see if this does this. In a relationship, that's all we know. Oh. UTEL account, that's got to be I think these two, I'm hoping, there was no difficulty setting. I'm hoping there's a natural progression in terms of, like, this will be pretty straightforward. She looks like the character from BoJack, with blue hair though. Diane, is that her name? I think so. So I think this is the next most important piece of information, right? If we can bring in her quote unquote UTEL account, we can then access it, and that will probably give us a new document to look at over here. It'll be a link to, like this one was a link to her portfolio page, port.folio. It's a website. This should be a link to something else. Good, you found a chat handle. This will allow us to overhear any conversation on that account. Interesting. The listener has now been unlocked. New conversations will appear whenever they are started. Oh, interesting. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to bring over all the information, obviously. Quit my dull day job. What does this give us? Interesting. I know. We should find out what that job was. Yes. I thought that was kind of the job of the technology. Unknown person. Hey, you. Josie. Can't seem to find my credit card. I assume you took it, right? You got me, Sherlock. So this could be the spouse. So this is still going on. I'm in the middle of buying all of Bounton with that platinum card I lifted from your desk. This is a very casual conversation for someone who might have apparently just blown up the Freedom Plaza. Unless this is code. I like the idea of this being like a code thing, saying this, like, colorful inhabitant of Wonderland right now, right behind the rainbow. Is that like a code for part of a secret group? So you're under the impression that our wonderful Miss Watergate is really living in Wonderland? Somehow I doubt that. Call it intuition. People's lives are hanging in the balance here. What if you pass me something I cannot identify as wrong so easily? You've got to be more careful next time around. Okay, so that was fake information then. Okay, so what do we... okay, so we don't have anything there. So this is all background information. We don't know what the face means. We don't know what the gears mean. The running, the duality, and the little tablet thing. Notebook. This means accounts, and this means background. Chat is going on still. Can't stop me now. Oh. Well, luckily for you, I don't mind you going on a splurge as long as you pick up some wine for dinner. Wine, what does Joseph Langley, my fearless attorney and all-round badass, have in mind this time? Probably just a business call from one of his favorite clients. Actually, yes, that is exactly what's going to happen. Very serious business, Cassandra. I thought as much. Guess I better pick up shitloads of wine. You'll have to get this client of yours pretty buzzed to handle all that business. One bottle should be fine. She's a lightweight. Oh, whatever. I guess I shouldn't pick up some of those party pills from Big Pharma, aka my parents, then. Oh, come on. I was only teasing. Speaking of your parents, when are you going to tell them about us? Yeah, maybe gotta go. Text you later. Okay. So this is buddy touching butts friend, whose name is apparently Joseph Langley, an attorney. They are flirting about wine and what a cheap drunk she is, I guess. And we know her parents now are Big Pharma people. Got a related document. Watergate, pharma entrepreneurs. That does ring a bell. Okay. New document. Excellent. And then his name is obviously also important. You now have a profile for a related person. It can be accessed via the profiler. Data chunks will only appear for targeted persons and can only be extracted into their relevant profiles. Okay, now, question. I'm in the middle of buying Olive Bonton with that platinum card I lifted from your desk. I don't think this is a real problem. Is this progressing in time? Oh my god, is it? Yikes. Okay. I don't think that's important. I'm gonna leave that out. We got new documents we gotta worry about here. Oh, wow, look at this, eh? So how do we get back to the lady? I'd like to get back to the lady, please. Please, the lady. Can I get back to the lady? No? No lady? Okay. Client of lawyer. Well, client. I don't know about that. How do I get back to the lady? I really would like to get back to Cassandra. Products. Watergate Pharmaceuticals. Company jobs. Products. Oh, wow. Oh, it's a full-on flipping website. So if we go back to here, can we... Oh, we were touching things. We were changing this. She just has a very small website. Products. Watergate Pharmaceuticals enriches lives with our industry-leading range of products. Excuse me while I drink my coffee. B plus. If not an A. Is A higher or lower than A minus? Vote in chat. I'll put up a straw poll. Vote. I'll check the results after. Watergate Pharmaceuticals. Yeah, making an important contribution to your well-being. It looks like birth control. Below, you will find a small selection of our most popular products. The cough drops that fight against irritation of the throat based on natural herbs. The activating pills against migraines and strong headaches. Oh, focus in. Medication that increases concentration and cerebral performance. The medication for the alleviation of arthritic joint pain. Antidepressant to help stabilize your emotions. All-round painkiller that dissolves in water. Soothing pills for a good night's rest against occasional sleeping problems and for acute application when suffering from insomnia. Company. The name Watergate has been inseparable from progression over 80 years. Watergate Pharmaceuticals, nation's leading companies. Largest medication exporter to all areas of the world. The business, Watergate Pharmaceuticals, Inc., has been in the hands of the Watergate family, owning and managing the firm since its foundation in 1931. This has got to be important to drag over to Cassandra, but I can't get back to Cassandra. Where is my profiler? And how do I get back to Cassandra? I'm dragging, I'm clicking, I'm flicking, I'm rolling, I'm right-clicking. Nothing seems to be working. Interesting. Today is a bright, cold day. Some clouds will show up in the early afternoon. Okay. Yeah, log out. Quit Orwell. Interesting. Doesn't tell me how to get back to Cassandra. Ah, interesting. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got that. So this is not relevant? This name is not relevant to... What happened to her face? The CEO of Watergate Pharmaceuticals is Bruno Watergate, grandson of the founder Edgar. Mr. Watergate is also the founder of Pharmacy Congress. Head of Research and Development is the wife, I guess. Oh, hello. So she quit her old job. Very suit and tie, very dignified. Went all artsy and dyed her hair, and she became an artist instead of a junior COO. Appointed to be COO of a pharmaceutical company, probably by one of her parents. Being an artist and a junior COO seems quite odd. She also mentioned she had quit a dull job, didn't she? Yeah, we know that. Carrying the family tradition to the next... Why is she still on the website then? I'm assuming this website is current, and she was arrested a year ago. You think they would have pulled her off the website? No, I don't. Okay. Carrying the family tradition to the next generation, Alice and Bruno's daughter, Cassandra, will soon be joining the executive ranks. Her business acumen and unique flair will write the next chapter of our 85-year-strong legacy. Okay. Ah, now I see. Keeping it a family affair. Documents that you have already reviewed may be updated from time to time as events unfold. The reader will notify you when that happens. National Beholder just published a new article. You may want to take a look and see if there's any new information available. I've got a ton of other information though, don't I? Headlines. Are we in a new day? No, we're not in a new day. This is crime rate continues to drop. Procedure closing raises manipulation. August 10th. So this is an old one. So this is one of the other documents we found. Yeah, this is Joseph Langley. This was one that opened up when we got his name. So this is an old information. This is background. Orwell informs me you just encountered conflicted data chunks. Whenever the content of two data chunks are at odds with one another, those will be shown as conflicted. When you extract one of the data chunks containing a conflict, the others will become invalid immediately. I'd highly recommend that you clarify the context of the conflict before you proceed. Though this is your decision, once the information has been parsed, there is no way to reverse your choice. So you're basically then building the profile. Well, it's quite literally a profile, but you're creating what will be the accepted truth on this, right? This seems like a game that is so incredibly well poised to just keep growing and growing, especially through our current climate, right? So it's these two that are conflicting with each other, or this is conflicting with something else? Let's read and find out. The case that has been at the center of media attention for the last month was finally come to an end. Cassandra W. was acquitted of the alleged assault against August 10th. July 10th. So within a month. It says right there, last month, but that's literally just a month. I guess they move fast. Okay, so that's giving me some more. I can show the conflict. Oh, it's conflicted down here. Okay, so these two things conflict each other, but they're in the same news article. So I only get to bring one over and build. Oh, well, let's just keep reading. Alleged assault against a police officer before the trial took place. Wait a minute. Cassandra was acquitted of the alleged assault before the trial took place, with the case being closed due to lack of evidence yesterday. However, the case might be reopened should new evidence be discovered. The suspect's lawyer, Joseph Langley, welcomed this outcome. At no point has there ever been any valid evidence that my client was guilty. At no point at all. The revered defense attorney commented during a post-trial press gathering. The defense successfully brought video evidence depicting the incident in question, which eventually turned the tide of the proceedings. How was there a defense if the thing never even went to trial? Meanwhile, the relatives of the victim expressed their disappointment on hearing the result of the lawsuit. They openly voiced their concerns that the wealthy family of the accused might have influenced the outcome in her favor. The victim, a father of 2 young sons, was rushed into hospital after the incident in mid-July, where he is still in an induced coma, unresponsive to treatment. GS, what is that? What are we reading here? This is still the Beholder, but it's GS as opposed to JP. Does that matter? Like, are we reading someone else's take on the thing? Let's go back here. Case being closed due to a lack of evidence. So we can either bring in, okay, it's case closed. There's no evidence. She was acquitted. It's fine. Or we bring in, you know what? Maybe there warrants a little something, a little deeper delving. So, what was the other thing that we opened though? Headlines. This new article. So he said that we should try to pursue to verify. So before we bring one of these over, before we move one of these over to determine the which version of the truth we're gonna follow, we should try and see if there's additional information that something that indicates a cover-up or something that says, yeah, we saw the video evidence, right? So we want to find this video evidence. Yeah. Because if we look back here, wasn't there some confusion? Had been struck by an unknown object, became unresponsive. Protesters at the origin of the assault were forcibly moved, where the suspect was found kneeling and weeping on the ground. When asked to lay on the ground, she complied immediately. Why is that in red? Yeah, I don't know. What else is over here? We got all this. We looked at the products. We look at jobs. Watergate Pharmaceuticals currently looking for suitable candidates for the following positions. Right, because she's not working there anymore. We are urgently looking for a chief operating officer to replace the retired, formerly appointed predecessor. Many years of experience in the industry, deep knowledge of pharmacy market, masters, language proficiency, competitive and motivated spirit, ambitious, challenging role with high responsibilities at one of the most renowned pharmaceutical companies in the country. Safe job, promising industry, competitive salary, dynamic team with friendly and cooperative atmosphere. Your scientific research team, 3 to 6 months. If you cannot find any position that matches your qualifications, happy to receive your application. Keep your CV in our candidate database in order to contact you as soon as a matching vacancy reopens. Not very interesting stuff. The new headline. Tell me more. What is the tell me more one? Is that's Starship Troopers? Tell me more. The Ministry of Security has presented latest numbers on crime stats in the country. Never before have there been so few violent crimes. Sounds familiar. Delacroix gave a press conference early this morning. Oh, we can read the safety bill, can we? That sounds fascinating. Wow, this is not going to make for the most compelling videos, is it? That's okay. I'm enjoying the game. Thursday morning, Ministry of Security, new crime stats for the previous year. So that would include her time frame. According to the report, the number of recorded criminal offenses decreased by 4.8% in comparison to last year. Crime rates have been continuously declining. As a direct result, the safety bill is what she was protesting, right? Or what was being protested at the time of her arrest. Secretary of Security Catherine Delacroix appeared very pleased. Outstanding result. Confronted with the recent assault in Bonton, she once again admitted the ambitious goals of the government have not yet been accomplished. She further mentioned that activities are currently being established, which will have a considerable impact preventing further incidents. This does not clarify whether or not she actually did it. Interesting. Safety bill. Crime. So crime was already decreasing when the safety bill was enacted. It dropped off pretty sharp here and continues to fall, but it was definitely already going down before the party was elected, and even before, and still even in here, falling. Statutes created, ultimate goal to protect freedom. Central to the safety bill is the simplified, sped-up process of taking investigative measures against criminal subjects. The safety bill also paved the way for stricter regulations considering immigration and general travel into or transiting through the nation. Very children of men vibe coming on here. It also became mandatory to inform employers whenever an applicant or employee is an ex-convict or otherwise regarded potentially dangerous. I don't see any problem in that. Forewarning, right now I'm at the stage in my life where I'm becoming more conservative. Not outright crazy, but something like this doesn't strike me as dangerously overreaching state arm situation, right? If there's violent criminals, people need to know that. Since the safety bill has come into effect in 2011, the total number of acts of crime have been decreasing continuously. The trend is ongoing to date. Parge's peacekeeping mission. Terrorist incident, so there is another one, of 2008 was the terrible consequence of the premature retreat of our troops from Parges, a region torn by civil unrest for years by the order of the previous government. To fix our predecessors' mistakes, the party, when elected in 2009, immediately made preparations to send our highly reliable soldiers back to safeguard the region for the good of the inhabitants. After the peacekeeping mission been signed in 2011, disruption of our troops were sent off to the neighboring country to perform tasks, including the distribution of aid, not disruption, the distribution of aid packages containing food, in addition to health and hygiene products, mostly impoverished nation, rebuilding of infrastructure, hospitals and schools, upholding the law. All sounds very lovely, because it is the government saying this, right? Due to recent stabilization, we have been able to reduce the number of station forces. Sounds lovely. Sounds like everything, oh my god, is just peachy keen. Oh, thanks very much. See you soon.